You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, one and all, welcome to this press conference for the announcement of our results. Our honored graduate professional and graduate.
LUX FM 106.5. Let's now leave our studio here and join the folks there up Capitol Hill for a live press conference.
The Vice President for Global Relations, Attorney Norris Square, who will take the conference from this point. Attorney Square.
Thank you, Director Benja, and welcome back to Monrovia. Having spent a few days in Lagos, Nigeria. Let me, on behalf of the President of the University of Liberia, Dr. Julius, since he is ably seated here, as well as other officials of the university, Vice President Dr. Moses Hinneh is here, our hard-working Executive Director of the University Testing Center and Chairman of the Testing Center. We'd like to welcome you who have consented to our request to attend this very important announcement. We're particularly pleased this afternoon to have a number of young and dynamic female journalists in our midst. The last time we did this, conspicuously absent were dynamic female journalists, so we're very pleased that you guys join us. Welcome to all media. The way we will proceed will certainly be our Executive Director will go straight into the nitty-gritty of the announcement of the result of both the second entrance exam as well as the results for the aptitude test that we administered. We have the good news for you today. The President will reiterate the good news in terms of the category of students that are coming. Once the Executive Director ends his presentation, the President of the University of Liberia will certainly take over. He will commend the testing committee, and then he will provide some other university updates. You know, the President led a mission over the last several days to the Republic of Sierra Leone, where the University of Liberia and the University of Sierra Leone system and other universities in Sierra Leone were able to find a number of memorandum of understanding. You will certainly give us an update in that direction, and then we will narrow the discussion on other brand university issues here, and then the members of the media, you will have the opportunity to ask your questions. Please don't hesitate to bring as many questions as you have. Questions that are not only limited to the entrance, but other issues that you believe are being trending. The President is ready to answer this question. So let's go into it. Mr. Executive Director, please. Mr. Executive Director, please go into the entrance, and then we'll make allowance for additional comments as well.
Thank you very much, VP, to Mr. President of the University of Liberia, Mr. Vice President Dr. Hinneh for Academic Affairs, my Deputy for Testing Center, Professor Gay, our colleagues from the media, the Testing Center staff present, ladies and gentlemen. We give glory to God for this opportunity and to our President for the golden opportunity to serve. We are today bringing to you the second entrance and aptitude test of the University of Liberia. The second entrance exams For the undergraduate colleges, the Strat St. J and the College of General Studies were administered on the 31st of July, 2021. The aptitude test for the graduate and professional schools followed on August 7, August 14, and we concluded on the 21st. We again decentralized the undergraduate colleges entrance exams. The tests were administered in Zwedru, Ganta, Bonjima, and Buchanan. We did not go to Tubman Bay as it was in the case of the first entrance because nobody registered in Tubman Bay. The year 2021 second entrance and placement examination results for the undergraduate colleges in J and the College of General Studies are placed into 5 categories: the regular pass, provisional pass, unsuccessful, absent, and disqualified for cheating. To meet the category of regular pass, you must have 50% in mathematics and 50% in English. You will be eligible to register 18 credits upon admission to the University of Liberia. Provisional pass, one of your schools may fall below 50, but if your average is 50 or above, you will be eligible for the provisional category, permitting you to only register 12 or 13 credits. 13 credits only if you are in science college or engineering, where you will be required to do a mathematical course that has 4 credits. 13 credits if you are not doing a mathematical course with 4 credits. 12 credits. Unsuccessful candidates are those candidates who have their average less than 50%. You will have another opportunity to sit for the next entrance 2022. Candidates who are absent are those candidates who register for the test but did not turn out, or you register for the test, you appear on the test day, but you refuse to sit to where testing center assigned you. So you were also considered absent because we could not identify you properly by your passport size photos that we were using to wait for you and qualify you to sit in the test room. Disqualified if you were caught cheating or you presented to the University of Liberia Testing Center and the business finance offered a fake bank deposit slip. Summary of the second entrance exams. 6,255 candidates registered for this year's second entrance exams. Only 6,097 candidates wrote the exams. 2 candidates were disqualified for cheating. 1 candidate was not allowed due to fake bank deposit slip, while 155 candidates were absent. Of the total 6,097 candidates, which constitutes 97.47% turnout, wrote this year's entrance on the undergraduate level. Of this number, 2,739 candidates, constituting 44.92% candidates, passed regularly. 405 candidates, making up 6.64% of the students that wrote the exams, passed provisionally. Whereas 2,953 candidates, amounting to 48.43%, were unfortunate to pass. They were unsuccessful. This means that only 3,144 candidates, making up 51.53% of the candidates, made a regular pass or a provisional pass. We administered the first entrance this year. From that entrance, 5,539 candidates were successful. This second entrance brought in 3,144 candidates. This implies that 8,683 candidates are therefore eligible to apply for admission from both first and second entrances administered. Successful candidates by gender. 1,781 candidates are males that are successful in these entrance exams, whereas 1,363 candidates are females. The males constitute 56.65%, whereas the females constitute 43.35%. We also look at the results based on the candidate's intention as to which college to enroll in. Ranking from agricultural college to science college, we have 245 candidates coming into agricultural college, business college 1,056, education 89, engineering 311, honors college 10, liberal college 251, and the science college 1,182. We also looked at the results from the county of origin perspective. We had Bombay County 99, Bon County 392, Bapulu 45, Bassa 280, Grand Kema 154, Grand Ida 88, Grand Cru 136, Lofa 646, Magibi 84. These are students that we have. Magibi 84, Maryland 202, Monserrato 304, Nimba 435. Candidates that are from other countries are 13, Rewoji 69, Rewo 47, and Sino 150, amounting to the total 3,144 successful candidates. We also consider the level of education of the candidates prior to sitting for the entrance exams. Some candidates are still in 12th grade that are currently sitting for YA that sat for our entrance, and 513 of them are successful. High school graduates who already graduated but have been awaiting the UL entrance make up 2,576, which accounts for 81.93%. There are other candidates who are already in other universities but have the desire to enroll at the University of Liberia. 55 of them are successful. We look at the programs that we run at the University of Liberia on the undergraduate level. We have the College of General Studies, 14 candidates, College of the St. James Vocational College, 19, and our regular undergraduate program, 3,111. We also look at the category of schools to see which category of school is doing what. Community schools, 21 persons are successful. Company schools, 60. Faith-based schools, 1,268. Private school, also 1,268. And our government schools or the public schools, 527. We administer tests at 13 different centers. We had the different cities. We had Buchanan, Ganta, Monserrato, Vonjiman, and Zwed. We decided to decentralize the test. So in Buchanan, 20 persons sat for the test there, and 5 persons passed provisionally, 13 persons passed regularly, whereas 2 persons are unsuccessful. In Ganta, under the provisional category, we have 2 persons, 10 persons regularly passed, 26 persons are unsuccessful. Vonjima, 3 persons provisionally passed, 7 persons regular passed, 5 persons unsuccessful. Zwedru, 4 persons passed provisionally, 17 persons regularly made it, 22 persons are to wait for the next entrance because they are unsuccessful. So let's look at who performed better on the whether community school, company school, or faith-based. 13 candidates wrote the test for the community schools. 21 of them successful, constituting 77.8% pass. 115 candidates wrote the test from the company schools. 60 of them are successful, constituting 52% pass. 2,393 candidates wrote the test from the faith-based category. 1,268 of them are successful. This constitutes 53%. 2,475 candidates wrote the test from the private schools. 1,268 of them also passed, constituting 51.2%. 1,077 public schools candidates wrote the test. 527 are successful, constituting 48.9% pass. So from the analysis, 77.8% made of pass from the community schools. So we give credit to the community schools. And yeah.
People who will be listening to us, they don't know the difference.
So the community, yeah, that's why we are coming to. So the community schools, you organize a school because in the school there is no private school, no any other school. So you decided to help the community, or maybe the community decided to open a school and run the school. After a certain time, that they will turn over to government. We categorize those schools as community schools. The company schools are, like for example, St. Darby, Firestone, we call them. Those are company schools. Faith-based schools are schools that are operated by the churches and the Muslim community. Those are what schools that we refer to as the faith-based schools. You either a church school or a Muslim school. Private school, Mr. Hinneh himself has a school that he's running. It's a private school. Public schools are our government. Private or the public schools are the government schools. We go to the graduate and professional school. 203 candidates wrote the graduate school test. 131 of them are successful, constituting 64.53%, whereas 72 are unsuccessful, which constitute 35.47%. Of the total number, 87 are males, whereas 66 are females. Or 87 are male, which constitutes 66.41%, whereas 44 are females. So for the graduate school, 87 candidates are males, and 44 successful candidates are females. The School of Pharmacy, 31 candidates for the School of Pharmacy test. All 30 candidates wrote the test. 16 of them made a successful pass, whereas 15 candidates are unsuccessful. Of the successful candidates, 9 candidates are males, as the remaining 7 candidates are females. The law school, we have 106 candidates that register for the law school aptitude test. 14 candidates made a successful pass, 12 candidates made a provisional pass, and 8 candidates are unsuccessful. We introduced a new term in the law school. So to make a successful pass in the law school, your score should be 61% above when twice your multiple choice score is added to your essay score. Provisional pass for law school, candidate whose score is inclusively between 55 and 59%. When twice his or multiple choice score is added to his or her score. Unsuccessful are candidates who score less than 55 points when twice their multiple choice score is added to their essay. Recognition of special students. When we administer the exam on the undergraduate level, we decided to identify who came on top. This was done only on the undergraduate level. So from first things, we had 2 candidates who came on top. We had Maxwell Russell having 92% score in mathematics and 77% score in English. His average is 85. Maxwell came from Noah High School. Next candidate who also got the same average of 85 is Mambilin Love Manchin. Manchin has a math score of 86 and the English score of 84, and that is the highest English score from the first entrance and the second entrance. Her average is 85, and she came from the B.W. Harris High School. She's a current 12th grader. She should be writing wire as we speak. This second entrance exam also brought two candidates that are also on the top. One of the candidates is Hinneh Violet Mansekwe, another female, having the score of 84 in mathematics and 74 in English. That candidate came from St. Kizito Cali School. Another candidate is Kinda Kamara. Kinda Kamara has 82 in mathematics and 74 in English. Again, Hinneh Viola from the St. Kizito has average of 79. And this is not only followed by Kinda Kamara, who has average of 78 from second entry. For one of the United Methodist schools, when we went in our database, filling in form, they didn't complete that portion, and we didn't want to call them in advance because they may be taking one. So that person graduated 2019. Mr. President, Mr. Vice President for Academic Affairs, our dynamic Vice President for Europe Relations, members of the press, my deputy for the testing center, head of testing center, our head for the testing committee, members of the press, members of the testing center staff. It is my honor to bring this presentation to a close.
Thank you, Dr. Assistant Professor Moses. Not assistant professor, right?
Assistant professor.
Sure, you recognize, sure, you should be assistant. So, you know, one of the things I do is make a unveiling of our entrance exam results, as well as absolutely an event for the public to see and to hear. We're not necessarily going to deal with the numbers, but we'll try our best, we'll try our best to go beyond the numbers. You know, the faces, schools, you know, these are all statistics that are very important. So at this stage, it's a pleasure to invite the President of the University of officially convey appreciative thanks. So not just the director of the technical, but the entire team, as well as those who are on the university. We have the testing community. We have members of the community here. And then we have the University Testing and Evaluation Center that is headed by Dr. Hinneh. So, Mr. President, please.
Thank you very much, Tue. My friends from the Prof Estate, Dr. Zina, Professor Julius, Dr. Single from the Office of Government Service, Professor Hinneh, and Professor Gay, all wonderful people from the University of Liberia. Let me express our appreciation and gratitude to Professor Zina, the Vice President of Academic Affairs, who is supervising the testing committee and the testing center for a job well done. Thank you so much for finishing the exercises of our entrance and aptitude tests, number 1 and number 2. Today we can announce the results of the second entrance exam. But let me go ahead to congratulate all the successful candidates for making it to the University of Liberia. A special congratulations to the 4 students who topped the university entrance exam. We are happy to know that this year, 2021, the success rate is above 50%, 51.53% pass rate for the entrance exams at the University of Liberia. we want to congratulate our students who are working very hard to ensure that they will get admission to the University of Liberia. To the other candidates that were not successful, we're sorry for what happened, but we know that you prepare yourself very well for the entry exam that we will give in 2022. Right now, we're not sure how many of them will be given, and the processes that will take place for the entry exam, we will let you know in the shortest possible time. But I want to announce here today to the Liberian people in the 2022 entrance exam for our honored graduate students. We are going back to the original threshold for passing the university entrance exam. 70% in English and 50% in mathematics. We are now going to RHA2 to start from 50%. We made a decision in our Senate and Council meeting going forward in 2022. If you want to be successful on the university exam, it will be 70% in English and 50% in mathematics. We are discussing all the different details for the graduate professional school. And Dr. Hinneh and the testing committee will bring a report to the faculty senate that we approve and announce before the 2022 entrance and placement of aptitude tests. Already we know that besides the entrance exam results, you need to have the passing of 5 subjects in the WAF exams so that the admission process will be smooth to come to the University of Liberia. It is a privilege to be a student at the University of Liberia. And therefore, we are going to raise the bar. We just want those different institutions to prepare their students. When you apply to take the entrance, we will give you a copy of the whole entrance results. We want to encourage those who are having tutorial classes all over the different communities for our students so that we can make sure we get the best of the best in the various communities all over the Republic that will come to the University of Liberia. Additionally, let me also share with you that the age group we are receiving now in this entrance exam is shifting from the 29 years to the 25 years old to the 16 to 21 years old. And I want to celebrate that fact that we are moving the trajectory that those of us in our human development cycle that should be in the university for our undergraduate degree who are 16, 14, 15 years old. So 21, by the time you hit 22, 23, you are already packaging your first degree to go ahead and get a second degree. Instead of the old tradition, where we have students at the university who are 25, 29, 25, 40 years old, walking around with our young people to be at the University of Liberia. So men and women of the university, we are happy that those of you who are above 35, that should be the UK in Liberia, that you are preparing for your graduate degree, and you will leave the university for the real 16 to 22 years old as we journey to the future. I want to celebrate that fact to make sure that we are going forward in that direction. So, Prof. Hinneh and your team, thank you very much. Dr. Hinneh and the team, congratulations. And we look forward to a wonderful room and making sure that those that are being successful will submit the appropriate documents so that we will welcome them in academic 2021-2022 at the University of Liberia. We already know that that will happen sometime in January 2022 because we are ending this, our second semester of academic 2020-2021 in December. And for that reason, the new school year at the university will start in 2022 for our first semester. And all those that have been successful on the first and second entry exam will get their admission in the first semester of academic 2021-2022, which means that those for the first test, those for the second one, you're not coming in right now. You will come in through our freshman orientation for the first semester of academic 2021-2022. Out there, and I want to thank you and look forward to our interaction today with members of the press. And I said to my UN relations team that I'm ready to answer any or every question that will come forward today. We tie with all the speculation and all the inquiry. I'm ready today to answer all your questions.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think we might do a special press conference for that as well, but I'm sure the journalists here have come eagerly expecting us to give them all that we can possibly give them relative to our last entrance for this year. And then hopefully we have time, which we do, we can chip in, chime in some of the other questions. So Director Jenny Jala Colley will do the protocol for the Q&A.
Okay, so we take Q&A in 3/4. So please, 3 questions at a time. So we give the president, we will take 3 questions, and he will respond to them, and then we take the next 7.
Yeah, some of them I will share with most of the academic team in the testing center as they come, based on the specificity of the particular
question. Yeah. Please, your name and the institution.
So my name is Hinneh, and I'm from Prof. When you talk about undergraduate who want to look at the science college, and you announced 1,182, so I want to know whether an increase or decrease. And secondly, you saw on social media, now the war is like facing climate change. You can't tell the Ministry for Justice. And we saw on social media the past state, some classes are on campus. So I want to know how far we have from the.
Okay. So the president will the question, Science College and University of Liberia. Yes, your name and.
Thank you very much. I'm Hinneh as well.
Because of the mass, if you stand, you can be a bit audible.
Okay. Again, I said I'm Hinneh as well. I work for the observer. Listen to the presentation from Prof. Hinneh. We talk about some individuals making successful pass in high mark, and especially females who did well, extremely well in text. Are there any plan, to give them preference in terms of providing some other opportunity for them to encourage more to be part of this institution?
Okay, President, any other question before we go to the president to address the concern? Yes, Mr. Soni.
My name is Soni. I come from University of Liberia. Mr. President, I'm particularly concerned about the opportunity for disadvantaged candidates who want to come to the university, especially those who are physically challenged in this exam. Sometimes we are confronted with is there any plan in the near future as to what provision has been made for their women at the university?
Okay, we turn to the president to address some of the concerns, and Mr. President, please be able to sign.
Okay. Thank you very much for the questions. We are happy to receive them. The increase in the students going being admitted to the Thomas Jefferson Faulkner College of Science and Technology is showing an increase. Before, most students went to the business college, Romeo Horton. Now, today, with other programs that we are adding to the curriculum of the College of Science and Technology and Environmental Studies, Biodiversity and Climate Change, you see more students going to the College of Science and Technology. So it's an increase that we are celebrating because we are adding statistics now to the program. There are different spectrum of defined area in the chemistry, physics, and all of the different programs. So we believe that the attachment of public health and environmental science and climate change is a new impetus for students to go to the College of Science and Technology. It is strange that the university entrance is more than 1,000 students going to science college. That is a rare commodity. In the past, you will get 200, you will get 300. because people ran away from the science college to go on to the business college. And you see them making it that way because I'm a product of the Thomas Jefferson Faulkner College of Science and Technology, where I studied zoology and chemistry. So we are happy that there are more students who are going to the College of Science and Technology. The state of the environment of the university, with all the press showing the situation on Capitol Hill and in Finland. Men and women of the university, members of the press, if you were to look at the context in which we operate. See this Capitol Hill campus? These buildings come from the 1800s. These are not new construction that were made here at this place. When I came to school here in 1977, these buildings were here. They are cracked all over the buildings. We do all the renovation, water seeping through the buildings. And I have not seen anywhere where major renovation of structures go on in the rainy season. So those who want to engage in propaganda about the university, vis-a-vis other issues of the republic, do your propaganda and leave the university alone. We'll work very hard. We have done all the calculations. We know how much we need to spend on each building on the Capitol Hill campus. We have the details. We are looking for resources so that in the dry season, we can do this renovation. But it's just inappropriate for you to call yourself an alumnus of the university and find yourself wherever you are in the world and go on the public media, oh, look at this dirty place. Then you show the old radio station that burned down 5 years ago that we have transferred to the Finland campus, that we made a decision that we will not use again for the radio station. And then you take the back of Jaratown for the old Samuel Greenleaf Hall. You make that a public interest. And the university environment is not pleasant. That's not the best thing to do. I will advise those alumnus or those that have interest to join the Alumni Association, raise some funding, give it to the university. Or you don't want to give to the university, send the appropriate contractors to come and help us renovate these buildings. We are working with the government of Liberia for resources to build a new university setting where we will not be using buildings from the 1800s. We will modernize the university. To do so, we need money. You don't renovate, you don't do painting, you don't build structures without money. I want to encourage the current students of the university. We got 18,000 students. If all of them undergraduate pay the registration fee, I will have enough feet to start painting this building on October 15th. If you don't pay the registration fee, then you go all the university dirty. They didn't do this, they didn't do that. I appeal it to you. Pay your late fee. I will use that money to paint this building, fix all the different places that will go forward. But in the meantime, while we are looking for resources to do the renovation, let teaching and learning continue. As we work with the government, work with the Alumni Association to do this renovation at the appropriate time so that we'll have the best environment here at the university. I must admit, yes, the place is leaking. Wonderful. But we need to have the opportunity to prepare ourselves. You see the Firestone building, SQ? 9 years ago, it was a flat roof. The Firestone company came to the university, took on the contract to put a roof on that building. For the past 5 to 10 years, we've been safe for the leaking that was happening. The Samuel Greenleaf Hall, where the business college is, it's a flat roof. And so we have serious problem with that building. What are we doing? We are preparing to renovate the old academic building with big classroom, small classroom, offices for instructors at various levels to move the A. Romeo Horton College to the Federal campus, where they will have enough space, a better environment to carry on teaching and learning. The Samuel Bailey Hall that we stay in when we were students 40 years ago, 1977. Is that the building to have our business college in? You ask me, no. But in the meantime, until we are able to get where we need to go, we are managing the best way possible until we can get there. So those of you who are interested, current students, pay your registration fee. Illuminate, raise money, help us beautify the university, renovate the different buildings to be pleasant that all of our use. This is not a game that we are playing. We are talking about giving knowledge to the children of Liberia. And you want to carry on a propaganda game because you have graduated. The time you apply for admission, we had the same problem. When you graduated, we had the same problem. Now you're supposed to raise money to help us. Giving back to your university should be the order of the day, and not to only criticize the university because there are several problems at the university. Reference to a high scoring student. Usually at the university, students who are number one in the white exams are given automatic admission to the university. And so, Dr. Zina, let me put it in your plate. Back with the testing committee of the academic unit, these 4 students, let us give them VIP treatment for them to come to the university. And we make sure that they come, the time the government is paying the tuition for those students, I will make sure that Dr. Zina and myself will pay their registration fee and the rate for those 4 students, if they opt to come to the university, to also pay their dormitory fee while they are students at the University of Liberia. That's what we're going to do. And the more students we are preparing to make those marks to enter the university, the better it will be for the university, especially so the 14 to 21 years old, that should be the real undergraduate student at the time of getting their undergraduate education. All of those of us who are 25, 29, 35, 45 years old, you should be in graduate school, not be in the undergraduate school to get your graduate degree, get your PhD, and come back and help the university. We are tired. We're 35 years old and 45 years old, and their first degree of being college dropout and give the university difficulty and stopping the children of the warehouse sellers and market women to come to the university because they are occupying space, refusing to graduate. Instead of moving from here, let those to the camp who are the real 16 years old to the 21 years old. We are looking for those students, and those of us who are 35 and 45 years old, you better hurry up and graduate because very soon we'll apply that rule of living at the university residency clause. After 6 years for a 4-year program, we will send you away, and after 8 years for a 5-year program, we will get you out of the university because you are occupying space that other students need to come to use while you are there wasting the resources of the people of Liberia trying to be a professional student in the undergraduate while you are 35 years old, 45 years old, trying to get your first degree. We need to change that trajectory to move the university forward. Disadvantaged students, physically challenged students at the University of Liberia. The problem we are having with those who are visually impaired. Additionally, I just told you, the buildings that we have, especially on Capitol Hill, come from the 1800s. We're trying to make sure that we add the different areas that we ensure. I had a meeting with the new executive director of the National Disability Commission, Madam Pebe, Honorable Pebe. We have started the discussions. In our plan for the new university city, all of those will be make sure that the environment will be pleasant for our physically challenged students. I was also told that some of the classes for senior students are on the 10th floor, making it difficult with no elevator for those students to be there. So we're going to change that trajectory to ensure to add the deans and chairpersons to those departments to have undergraduate or senior courses for those students to be on the ground floor, on the first floor, or make sure that you have more than one section for those senior courses. So physically challenged students will have their own section on the first floor, then going up to the 10th floor to move forward. But in our new plan for the university city, it will meet all the different specifications for students who are facing a challenge to also be proud students of the University of Liberia. I need to let you know that as executive director is a graduate of the University of Liberia. Baby, and was a student athlete while she was yet at the university before she went to the Federation of Liberian Youth and played an active role. Today, she is now the new chairperson of the Disability Commission. We want to congratulate her as she continues to advocate for our facing challenge to our citizens who will be students of the University of Liberia.
Mr. President, we think it's appropriate at this time to talk about your trip in Sierra Leone and why you went there and what's going to happen in the next few years here before another person can bring it.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, VP 12. Let me share with the community and all of those listening that we had a wonderful opportunity between September 2 to 10 in response to the challenge given to us by His Excellency Dr. Julius, the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone and Chancellor of the universities that are in Sierra Leone. He was our speaker here in 2019 during our centenary commencement celebration. He challenged us in the tete-a-tete after the commencement that it was time for the University of Liberia to get into collaborations and partnerships with institutions of higher learning there in the Republic of Sierra Leone. It was in that vein that I led a delegation from the University of Liberia to visit with 4 institutions of higher learning: the Njala University, the Honest Bar Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, the United Methodist University in Sierra Leone, and the University of Sierra Leone. We paid a visit to Bo, a visit with the Njala University, and beyond our expectation, in Njala University, Coley, the Vice Chancellor, Professor Bimba, and his team said it was overdue that the University of Liberia and Njala University to be thinking whether we should collaborate. And therefore, they insisted that we sign our memorandum of understanding with them. In Njala University, they are very, very strong in the area of agriculture, from undergraduate to PhD level in the area of education. And so that partnership and all the other 3 will focus on joint research work, publication, staff and faculty exchange, student exchange for development, peer review, external examination. And then we didn't stop there. We went to the Honest Bar Nkrumah University in Maboraka, in the middle of Sierra Leone. And we spoke with them, we had a discussion, but they are opting to come to Liberia for the signing of their own MOU. We visited Freetown and had a discussion with the United Methodist University in Sierra Leone. They have a special program for people who are leaving from high school and finding it difficult to enter the university. We are asking them to share with us that particular program to see how best we at the university can do a similar exercise to work with these students who are opting to enter institutional higher learning. But they are UMU from Sierra Leone are also opting to come to Monrovia for the signing of their own MOU. But then the big one, the University of Sierra Leone. When the president heard that what he challenged us was coming to reality, he informed the leadership, the vice chancellor and principal at the University of Sierra Leone, that because we are coming, he wanted the signing ceremony to be at his state house under his supervision. The people of Liberia, I'm happy to let you know that on Tuesday, September 7th, the University of Liberia and the University of Sierra Leone signed this major memorandum of understanding over the supervision of the president of Sierra Leone with the chancellor of the University of Sierra Leone. And we're giving VIP treatment at the State House. We were guests of the president of Sierra Leone for this particular arrangement. And at this time, let me use this opportunity to continue to express our gratitude and appreciation to His Excellency for receiving us, taking good care of us for our journey there in Sierra Leone. But let me add also our ambassador, the Liberian ambassador to Sierra Leone, Her Excellency Musu Rude, who played a major part in all the facilitating of our time in the Republic of Sierra Leone, to my colleagues and friends, the Vice Chancellor, the Principal of the 4 universities, the people of Sierra Leone, the security network from the border. Whoa, we were escorted all the way to Freetown. Everywhere we went in Sierra Leone, we were treated as the guests of the President of Sierra Leone, and we were given the biggest honor to be there in Sierra Leone. So we celebrate that, but we're not wasting time. We always set up a team with Dr. Hinneh and P.P. Bowling to look at the next steps. Before I came to this press conference, the registrar at the University of Sierra Leone sent us information saying the Vice Chancellor is informing us that they at the University of Sierra Leone, because of the supervision of the President, are ready to come here to Monrovia in November so that we'll all be clear the next steps we ought to take for this partnership to not be just on the paper, but to turn into realities. I informed the academic affairs, I'm looking forward to the best student that will be graduating at our next graduation, teaching assistant in different disciplines that we can share and send to this various university as part of our human capacity development effort at the University of Liberia, so that they will come back after their training to help us at the University of Liberia. And that's what we do. To improve the university, we need the human capacity development, more faculty members. We want to be thankful to the delegation. On our delegation, we had the Faculty Association, to carry 5 students, the Staff Association, and so we had a wonderful time in Sierra Leone. And BP12, we had a wonderful time, and we are grateful to the people of Sierra Leone and their government for receiving us there in the Republic of Sierra Leone.
Mr. President, we have no doubt in your ability to create linkages on behalf of the University of Liberia, elsewhere in the region, elsewhere in the world. We'll now return to the media for additional questions.
And let me just let them know that beside the 4 institutions, we visited the headquarters, the Honorable Union, where Ambassador Madina Wissett is the Secretary General of the MRU, and they are now discussing that the MRU will focus on higher education in all their planning, and they were celebrating the fact that Liberia, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Ivory Coast, through the higher education institution, can partner and share knowledge in their collaboration with each other. I thought I would just add that piece there before they ask questions.
No, Mr. President, we have a lot to unload. As I said, today may not be, timely enough, sufficient enough. So we are going to roll out the schedule tomorrow. We might be appearing on OK FM tomorrow morning, and then subsequently on the other stations. We'll talk about some of the things that are happening here, the challenges that we are entering, but the vision. So allow the university to occupy its rightful places. All right, Jenny, if you have any little question?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, my question is professionally, you talk about staying on campus over age. And there's this level on campus hard to enter, hard to come out, because there are factors that will make you to stay to come out of the league. And one of the factors is protest. Student in class, and then there is this other pressure of student attitudes to with their family. Oh, we're protesting for that. Oh, we're protesting for this. And they will just drop the unit for that. And let me just say this. SUP has also threatened to shut down the university for 3 months.
For 3 months?
Yes. They will do the government like, we got 3 months to renovate the university.
So your question is, that's your question?
Yeah. And then my next question is to Mr. Hinneh. There was this protest weeks ago from PROSA, the other protest group. They are basically demanding the administration to tell them what is the money generated from entrances and voluntary fees used for? Yeah. And then they had a meeting with Mrs. Star, the president of administration. She's not in charge of that team is like in charge?
Well, I'm in charge of all of it. So that we don't worry. So the University of Liberia, I'm in charge of answer the question. So let's start from the whole idea about how to enter, how to leave. You see, life is a process. There is a past, there is a present, there is a future. Our own life stories, there's always a past. There will be a present, but there will also be a future. The history of this university, looking at the past, when we had a manual process that people stay in line 3 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning to register, and we did registration for more than 3 to 5 months. The whole semester is 4 months, but we did registration for 5 months. That is the past. Today, with the government of Liberia, through this particular government of His Excellency George Manneh Weah, the university registration system was digitized. You can be in your bedroom, in the comfort of your home, in Soriwe, Nuku Town, in Claro Town, and do your registration in less than 3 hours. So if you want to talk about how to enter, maybe that the entry exam, but the registration, that how to enter is not applicable to the present environment of the university. Because you can be anywhere in the world and do your registration. So that D has been erased. The quality of our faculty that we are improving, the review of our curricula to respond to present-day realities will be the opportunity we are looking for those that will be here to ensure that we will be finished on time. In the school, time ago, in the past, 1 semester will be 9 months. We didn't know when we will graduate. We did not know when we will have the second semester. But that is the past. And we should not make people to believe that this university will be captive of the past. No. That's our history. We learned the lesson of the past. But the lesson of the past will help us to make the present what it ought to be. And to go to the future, it is this present that will give birth to the future. So today, we know when we'll have graduation, and the more people that graduate, in this university, there were professional students who should spend 4 years here, but they will decide that they will do 1 course every semester to be professional students. They don't want to graduate. You know the reason why? When they graduate, their parents, their friends will say, "You now graduate from LU. When you bring your first pay, you now graduate, what kind of work you're doing?" And they can be embarrassed in the community. So they prefer to be professional students for all their days while they are taking their 40th birthday, and they are still undergraduate students at the University of Liberia. That's why they will say how to enter, how to stay, and how to leave. No! It is easy to leave. Study the lesson. Make the grades. And then you can leave even in 3.5 years. So the decision to say paper D is in the hands of the student. Because today, you don't have to come on campus to register. Today, with a blended learning university, you don't even need to put a foot on the university campus to graduate. You can do your courses online. You can decide to come face to face. So who makes the decision? This is not a grade school. This is a university. Boys and girls don't come here. Men and women come to the University of Liberia. If you want to be a student, to get your knowledge, get your education, to go and contribute to the Liberian society, why will you decide, instead of carrying 15 credits to be a full-time student, that you carry 2 credits, 3 credits for a whole semester? Then you say, we the one making you to stay here long. No, you are making yourself to stay here long. Additionally, even if there are trouble at the university, apart from this, that will not happen. Is that the reason for critically thinking students
to now intellectualize the debate, and they believe that going on the streets, when you leave the university campus, we don't have authority over you. We don't wear uniform in this school. When you leave the campus here, across the road, you are a citizen of Liberia. You are under the laws of the republic. And therefore, when you don't want to discuss with the university and leave the university campus and go to the streets of Monrovia, the laws of the Republic of Liberia will be applicable to you. At that point, you are now a student of the university. You're a university student, you got issue with the university, stay on the university campus, dialogue with administration, and find the appropriate solution. Go in here, there, and yonder, they'll say you will demonstrate. The Student Unification Party don't have ID number. Those students who have the privilege that we assign our ID number to need to realize there are rules of the university. When they close their school down, they will be college dropout. All the people that are working, most of them have their degrees. Some of you here have their degrees. So whose interest is it to shut the school down? Because we're not painting, because the bathroom are dirty. Who dirty the bathroom? The staff that are here cleaning up. Students go in there. When they leave from there, it is messed up. So they put the cards on the table. Let us work together. You cannot solve the issue of the university in 3 months. The whole country, we cannot build Liberia in 6 months. A call for us to be around the dialogue table and find the appropriate solution to all of our issues. Demonstration for the cream that are cream, that you call yourself, men and women of the university, to be on the streets of Monrovia. The university student, the business people who are moving up and down, what they have to do with the university problem. Now you go and stop people on the streets because you got issue at the university. You are a university student. You ought to know the difference between right and wrong. There are issues, go discuss it with the administration. Find the common grounds. And you have issues with the university, what they got to do with choking rats. A university student in the 21st century, picking up rats, dressing themselves with leaves, running up and down. You are not a university student. You look like more like a rebel coming to fight a civil war in the Republic of Liberia. It is ridiculous for university students to dress themselves with leaves, running up and down the streets and stopping the free flow of traffic. Where are you coming from? Don't you know that to be a university student, you are clean that they clean? There are 50,000 students looking for space to come to the University of Liberia. You are here, instead of discussing and finding solution, you there dressing yourself with leaves and running up and down the place. I want to appeal to you. Whatever the issue, come, let's discuss it. Let's discuss it on our campuses. There are issues when you go on the streets. The other citizens of Liberia that are not concerned with the university, you stop their progress. You stop their rights from moving up and down. It is your right to be in school. It is also the right of other people to do their business and to move up and down. So you have your rights. Other people have their rights. We have our rights. Dialogue, all the war we fought in this country, the 14-year senseless war, was now resolved on the battlefield. We went to negotiate, sat around the table, and the women of Liberia forced us to come to our senses. Now we are sharing a semblance of peace. In whose interest will it be to say that you're shut down the university for 3 months? If you do that, there is not my personal school. This school is owned by the government of Liberia. They give us resources to manage the university, and we'll do our best working with the government of Liberia to manage the university. We know the government budget. We are not strangers. We know the situation of the republic. There are competing priorities. So when people with logical thinking, you know that I teach logic or ethics here at this university. Moral understanding, moral philosophy, critical thinking, reasoning is part of the university training. You cannot assume to be in a deductive reasoning to say a crew people can swim, that the next thing is crew, therefore that the next thing can swim. And I'm lying. The only thing I can swim when I'm in my top. Let us be real. Logical thinking, critical thinking is part of the university life. All this attitude of running up and down without being critical, logical, or intellectualizing the debate, I want to make sure that we create a culture of intellectualism. Come, let's discuss the issues. Let us debate and find the appropriate solutions to the problems of the university. You shut it down for 3 months, it will not solve the problem. To build a university campus with all the latest technology will take up more than 1 year. So you need to understand that. We will do the best we can with your cooperation to do those things we ought to do and leave undone those things we ought not to do. I want to call on you, come and let us together find the appropriate solution to work here at the University of Liberia. Leave the streets because you are stepping on the rights of other citizens of Liberia. You got no business disturbing because you got problems at the University of Liberia. Come to the university campus and let us sit and talk to find the solutions to the university problem.
Mr. President, you take some students with you that's inserted.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the experience in terms of, from them, in terms of resolving conflicts at work? I mean, we need to talk to our students.
Yeah, I really hope that the University Relations and LUX Radio will ask those 5 students to go share their experiences from Sierra Leone. We organized a meeting between students of Bay College and students at the university. The Sierra Leone Student Union people came to that meeting dressed up in coat suits and tie. And they told our students, we don't encourage violence on our campus. We will discuss with the administration. If the administration is not listening, we go to the Commission on Higher Education. That's what we do. Because we are university students, we are intellectuals.
This is your University Radio.
Our doors are open. We're not refusing to meet with students. But students, the strategists of the 1970s, when Joseph Koto was chairman of SUP, or student bureau of SUP, the strategists of the 70s, when I was in school, are now viable for 2021. These are strategists. Come, let us dialogue and find the appropriate solutions to the running of the University of Liberia.
You didn't talk about the funds.
The funds generated. You see here in this school, some of us are administrators, some of us are faculty, some of us are staff, and some of us are students. If you're student, you can't be administrator at the same time. So if I were that student, I will make sure to play my own role. And my own role is to ask questions, get the appropriate answer, and then go my way. The university administration report to the board of trustees in the government of Liberia. Yes, people take entrance exam. When you hear them say they administer entrance, you know all that it takes to run the particular entrance exam. You don't do it free. When you send people to the various people at the test, do they walk to go there? When you administer test on the computerized area, you think it's free? They want the information. Yeah, we collected X amount. And they did this, they did that. The report will come. But I would encourage the process did very well. They submitted a document. If you put it in writing, I received that yesterday. 19 points. That's intellectualism. So I will call the president to the advisory council meeting and we'll discuss those points one by one. While we are doing that, you don't have to chunk rock. You don't have to block the streets. We will tell you what we're able to do, what we're not able to do, when we'll do the next one. That's what we call student being critical and getting the information. Chunking rocks, dressing with leaves, don't make you look like you are a university student. You are even worse than a high school student. That's what you have to prove. I want to encourage all of my students. Those days are over. It is now time to dialogue with the administration. It is now time to graduate as soon as possible. Don't be professional students for 10, 15 years. You're trying to get your undergraduate degree. Please, I beg you, I appeal to you. Finish your coursework at the appropriate time. Go and continue to Liberia. They are looking for educators, different areas in all the different counties. Why do you want to be a student at university for 15 years trying to get an undergraduate degree? And most often when the students go out, when they go meet their counterpart, who are student leaders, they are 18, 19 years old. And our own student leaders 35, 45 years old. They will change that trajectory. Those of you who are at that point of getting to your 35th or 45th birthday, hurry up and graduate so that you can contribute to the development of Liberia and make the space available for these incoming students to enjoy the University of Liberia.
Okay. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, there are 10 more questions, right?
Oh, it's all right today? I told my people I'm ready to answer any question you ask yourself.
At this time, we'd like to also announce that results will be available online for all students within the period of 10 to 15 minutes.
So you can log on to the
log on to our Facebook or website.
I know her husband got the phone number. You send mobile money to it.
Thank you, Mr. President.
She called, so I told her, say, right now I'm busy. So I beg you. Call me in the telling, but then I thought video was starting on time.
Suspended for undergraduate.
Later on, she called the program. I told her I will call you back. You're not getting chef now. I don't know. I even asked her the message, teacher message on and I know how to check it. So I told Ines after everything she can check it for me. Most of the money there. Okay, most of
Fast. So calling you students now.
I even want to touch our phone, brother. Yeah,
the results will be up in 50 minutes.
But again, that's some of the reasons why I've been saying that use the students. All these things.
You haven't got no money, so too.
Yeah.
Okay, folks.
But they can keep it no more than what they approve and be just telling people. You got any business with
one of the morning shows tomorrow before heading to the assembly to discuss to inform the general public about some of the things that we as the university are doing. To answer some of the tough questions. You guys surprised me. I told you guys have more questions, but anyway, we look at every time I get this call on my phone, answer the question. Now it's time to answer the question. Now the question gone. But thank you, thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you so much.
One minute.